And now the Australian Broadcasting Commission presents Olympics 1956.
Yeah, 56. That was something. To watch top-class athletes perform was really something. My father, he was over there. He spent the whole time there. He was in the officials' arena and he was talking to me and he said, "Come on over." All right. I managed to get into the arena with the officials by surreptitiously climbing over a fence. The fence was only about 2 feet high, so it was easy enough for me to step over it. The security was extremely good. My mother started the Box Hill Women's Amateur Athletic Club, and I was their first coach for the women. And she formed a club which became one of the strongest in Melbourne. This is my tie, given to me by Athletics Australia for services at the Commonwealth Games. I spent 8 weeks full time working on at the track at QE2 to get all the equipment ready and take it apart after the games. Just a short note to thank you on behalf of the Athletics Committee for all that you did for us leading up to and during the Commonwealth Games. It was always a pleasure to see your friendly smile and to know that no matter what our request, you would give us a fair and earnest consideration, add to which we felt 100% confident in the end result. I hope you and the whole family you received the enjoyment you all deserve from the huge involvement that you had. When the Commonwealth Games were in Brisbane, 82, the whole family was involved in the Commonwealth Games in one form or another. My mother was the official. Sharon was one of the trophy representative girls with carrying the things out. My son worked with me as he was an electrician to keep the sound systems going. I worked as the system communications controller at QE2. My wife was down operating the photocopier, so the whole family was there at the games together. In Melbourne I was running for Box Hill Athletics, and on the front of our singlet in athletics it's the white horse, represents the white horse, which was Box Hill. If you go to Box Hill you'll find the white horse sitting in the middle of the road, and that was from the front door of the old White Horse Inn at Box Hill. There's a completely different way to train now. The way I trained wasn't bad for distance runners, but sprinters were totally different change. We used to run, if anyone knows Melbourne, our warm-up was from the Olympic Park, where the tennis centre is, down to St Kilda Cricket Ground, round to St Kilda Cricket Ground, back to there, then we started training. And then we just did laps more than anything. That's at high speed. The big difference in those days, the track, that cinders, got churned up very badly. It was hard to run on. This is the milestone in the final in the club. It's at Box Hill, me, Box Hill, and the other three are Williamstown. And the big difference these days is that in those days we started from a crouch start for these distance events, whereas they don't need any more. And it was 3 commands rather than the 2 they get now. Probably the half mile, best of it. 800 metres to you. Modern generation, 800 metres. The mile is equivalent to 1600 metres, 4 laps. I wear spikes, but the spikes were needle sharp and would have been something like 25 centimetres long. They were very sharp, and if you spike somebody, they really were spiked. Especially in half mile races, which are a very rough race, even those, you could be very careful not to get hit by a spike. My greatest hero was John Landy, of course.
World's greatest miler, John Landy.
He was an incredible runner. I think in today's world, if he trained the same way they do now, I think he'd be right top of the world. Runners today, well, I think a lot of them have got their performances aren't as good as they think they are. They don't match. When you look at some of the records that stand and how long they've been standing, don't you think, what's wrong with athletics? Is it the attitude, or what is it? Some of the coaches, I'd say, put another word, lacking. And I think that some of them are still following the old routines, which I find hiding in the modern science generation where they have all this scientific stuff to help them coach. So can I talk about you?
Yeah, go for it.
Alexandra, you are the one of my early models, which was, you struggled hard because I was hard on you, but you kept going, which is the main thing. You didn't give up, like a lot of children would. They give up because they got too hard, but you kept going. And where are you now? Running 400 metre hurdles, which is good. Makes me feel good seeing kids take part in athletics. It's good, because it's exercise and discipline, which is what they need. I don't care how bad they are, as long as they're actually working hard for me and they get the discipline and do what you told them to, which is rare these days with some kids.